Requis, UFC 4, Francis Ngannou, victim, 8-0, number 6, what a joke! Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Chad. Back here on some more UFC, chilling, just, you know, doing this. I actually started another career that I just played through, like how I would have done it, I guess, if I fought in real life. Like my style. And I'm gonna be honest, I mean, just submitting the shit out of people all the time is pretty boring. I got like an arsenal of like slightly faster attacks, lots of different types of kicks. Preferably, I like to take away a lot of people's like stand-up arsenal by kicking their legs and shit like that and dancing around them. And then if they get tired of trying to chase me around and inevitably want to clinch or try to take me down, got a bunch of judo and wrestling tosses and things like that. Great ground game, great top and bottom control. Honestly, if I had to compare what I wanted to be as a fighter, like in real life, I would have like to fight like I guess like Brian Ortega. I really like that style that has any kind. I mean, even Charles Oliveira, he's insane. Actually, UFC just uploaded that shit, Charles Oliveira versus Dustin Poirier. That was a crazy fight. I forgot what kind of pace that they put on immediately in that first round. All right, so bonuses to overhands. Cool. Also, really quick, I want to thank you guys for all the love and support on all the Requis videos and stuff. All those videos got like 30, 40,000 likes. So if you enjoy these Requis videos, especially the career mode, leave a like on the video so I can keep going.
I want to see in your
oh my god, that was
fight.
one punch. Oh my god. I get a bonus to overhands. How do I safely do overhands without killing? I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna keep hurting him. That's the biggest issue. Once you get so good in striking, eventually you're not even gonna be able to actually like train with anybody. Clay, please, I'm so tired of punching you, man. Your family wants you to stop. Oh.
Great job.
Oh, God, Clay. I'm sorry. We're not gonna improve, are we? I mean, we're gonna have to just sit there on that heavy bag, I think. The heavy bag can't get knocked out, at least. We could take some wrestling. We got a boost to ground strikes, and we don't even have, like, any 3-star ground strikes at all. I mean, given, though, if I'm gonna strike, I'm probably not ground and pound. Follow-up shots sometimes. Now, obviously, Requis is definitely more of the style of, you know, just stand and bang type of shit. Overwhelming power, overwhelming force. Everybody knows this. But surprisingly, the way that I would want to fight online, I'd probably grapple a lot more with people, considering they have no idea what to do in retaliation. I used to do it back on UFC 2009. That's an old one. Undisputed. I used to grapple all the time with people on there because they just had no idea. Everybody was playing the game, especially back then. Nobody was accepting all that grappling shit, especially in a video game. They all just wanted to go in there and get knockouts and shit. But I showed them it was MMA, baby. I can't believe I lost to KSI. I didn't expect him to go for a submission. I really didn't. I expected him to try to stand and bang. That seemed like what his personality would be like, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, he's not an MMA fighter, but he is boxing. I just expected him to actually box. I don't know. He got hurt really bad, so I mean, I don't blame him though. Fuck, man. To predict the fight, first round KO, of course. I mean, it's against Francis. He's gonna be down for that. We got extremely high fight height. I have so many random playthroughs of shit. Like, I have the one fist playthrough that I'm doing on Elden Ring, trying to finish that out, and they just nerfed bleed, so that's pain. I was using bleed a little bit here. I really needed that. Put the Batman movie up on like some streaming services or some shit. And the amount of people that complain about a literal slow burn, more true to actual Batman type of story with like detective work and shit like that. So many people are like talking shit about it. Like, what the fuck? They're like, dude, I'm falling asleep watching it. Just keep your eyes open. What the fuck? See, I fell asleep in school all the time, and I felt like it was impossible to stay awake. It's because I simply don't care. So you just don't care about Batman. That's just how it goes. You're falling asleep because it's boring. You're falling asleep because you're not interested. That's your fault. I'm about to sit there and watch like The Dark Knight or some shit like that, and then that movie back to back, and just see how I feel when they're both fresh as fuck right there in my face. I'd have to take like 5 or 6 hours or some bullshit like that in order to actually watch them both, but overhand, overhand, overhand. Some people are talking about some more matchups in the welterweight division after the Hamza and Gilbert Burns fight, and then Bilal Muhammad ended up actually beating Vicente Luque, which was surprising because so many people counted out Bilal. And a lot of people say that he's boring and all he does is, you know, remember the decision. They're making fun of his nickname. It's remember the name. But you have to respect the streak that he's on, and whether he's boring or not doesn't matter. Can you fucking beat him? That's just kind of how it goes. So after he ended up beating Vicente Luque, better fashion than I thought he would if he did win. I thought he would skim by, but he did pretty well and stayed safe. Didn't take a lot of damage. I was really, really impressed by him, to be honest, regardless of whether it's a decision or not. Very good at keeping himself out of danger, and that's literally the name of the game. And his footwork and striking has actually improved quite a bit. But if he now has this kind of like pretty good footwork and he's able to dance around and shit like that, I mean, he can do a lot. That definitely fleshes out his game a lot more because I always imagined him as stationary. I've watched his fights before, but I swear that his footwork was not that good. He improved a lot before the Vicente fight, I feel like. But right after the fight, he ended up calling out Hamzat or Colby Covington. But the thing is, Hamzat and Colby Covington are probably going to be the ones that fight each other. Unless Colby doesn't want to take that fight. But the thing is, like, if Colby actively wants to avoid him at every turn possible, he would eventually have to fight him again. I mean, given obviously that would mean that Hamzat actually has to be able to beat Usman. that's a whole different story, but still. He could have even, like, maybe called out, like, the loser of Usman, Leon Edwards. Everyone is just, like, it's basically a foregone conclusion that Leon just isn't gonna win. What if he does? And then they end up going into like a trilogy because Usman's already 1-0 over. This would make it 1-1. So there's no way they wouldn't do a trilogy. No way they wouldn't give Usman the rematch. But it's not like Leon doesn't deserve the title shot. He's on a big streak and he has been calling for shit for a long time. He's very much in the same boat as Tony Ferguson in my mind. Just fighters that are insanely good that when you go and look at the record and you go, wait, this person hasn't fought for the title yet? Yeah, Leon Edwards and Tony Ferguson were very similar in my mind. Felt like they have both deserved it for a long, long time. And there's really nothing you can say other than talking about their performances, even though they're all wins. Like, the thing that people bring up about Leon is that even though he dominated Nate Diaz, he ended up getting rocked. That was probably the biggest strike of the entire thing. I mean, he absolutely did more damage to Nate than Nate did to him, but in that moment, that was the closest that the fight was to being finished, so everybody remembers that. But that's basically the top 5 all tied up right there. I mean, you got Leon and Usman fighting for the title, assuming Hamza and Colby there, along with now Bilal. Whichever way they match up, I mean, either way, I feel like Colby's gonna end up running into somebody he hasn't fought yet. It's either gonna be Hamza, maybe Leon, or Gilbert Burns, and I don't know if he wants to fight either of them. I don't think that he's scared. It's just, I think that he knows stylistically those matchups aren't as favorable, given he has also been the most competitive with Usman that we've seen with anybody, so he's obviously on a really high level. Dude, 170 is so good right now. Dude, when is Skate coming out? I know that they're working on it. Literally, their Twitter says that. We're working on it. But dude, do you realize how big Skate is gonna be when that shit drops? I feel like I'm what you would call a poser when it comes to skateboarding. I skateboarded. I had a skateboard, but I realistically could only do like a fucking kickflip, like a pop shove it. I busted my ass one time trying to grind. I am not a good skateboarder, but I am incredibly good at Tony Hawk skateboard games. And I'd assume if I played enough of virtually anything that has like a balance meter and a bunch of tricks and all that other shit, like what is it? Cyberpunk, that's supposed to be coming out as well. Cyberpunk Bomb Rush. Any of those games like that that are like trick games, SSX, all that, I love those high score games. Okay, so once we become a champion, we can actually pick a 5th slot here for our perks. All right, Francis, it's time! You thought you were the scariest man on the planet. That's because you are! At a planetary level, Requis is above that! We're talking galactic omnipotence! Punch gloves.
All right, ready to go for round.
Okay, hey, good sport. All right.
Question is.
Oh! Oh, Francis! Okay! Bro! Oh! Bro! Bro! Sit down! Bro! Who are you hurting? Nothing! Bro! Body kick! Oh! Oh! Fuck this leg up! That's a 2-star power, too! Ooh, he wants to shoot for a takedown. You don't like to stand up? Oh! Oh my God! What the fuck were you thinking? You thought you were gonna throw some stupid shit that might work with the mere mortals on this rock, but this ain't shit to Requis. This is a pebble. Boom! Requis sends Francis Ngannou into outer space. Boom! Oh man. You gotta rethink, dude, if that kind of shit ever happened in real life to Francis Ngannou, man. Obviously, he can get hurt, but holy shit. Thing is, like, you can hurt Francis, and it doesn't really actually matter. I mean, Stipe hurt Francis in real life, and then Francis proceeded to fold him. Bad! Francis ended up hitting Stipe, and Stipe ends up stumbling back. Stipe being, you know, the greatest heavyweight there is on the planet, regardless of the outcome of the Francis fight, he's still the most decorated heavyweight. He ends up turning as Francis rushes in because Francis has that, you know, that mentality that he's called the Predator, you know what I mean? He sees that he hurt his opponent, he's coming in for the fucking kill. And then he comes in overzealous, Stipe ends up checking him, and he ends up taking that hit right on the chin and stumbles back. You see him reset his feet. And usually at that point, somebody would get overwhelmed. But him, no, Francis didn't give a fuck. He just threw back again. Scary shit. So when you hurt him, you still have to be afraid that he's still gonna shut your ass off. Yeah, somebody told me that you could do this contract bonus here to win fight of the night. And I said that I can't win fight of the night because I'll always get the first round knockout of the night every single time. It's not gonna be a fight. It's just a demolishing. Somebody told me that you have to go to round 2 and then get the knockout, and it'll pretty much guarantee a fight of the night. But the opponents don't make it to round 2. Right, we got a new contract with the UFC. Bonafide contender at this point. Melvin Gastelum defends his belt against, wait. Jared Cannonier's the champion? Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, speaking of Stipe, what's up? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I threw one overhand. Well, he's done. There was 5 seconds left, guys. Clay, we need a new partner, man. Our new sparring partner is a heavy bag. I don't have anything to say. I'll stream the heavy bag. We'll do that instead. That's a bit more family friendly. Oh no, he's good. Oh, nice. Tai Tuivasa can teach us a looping cross. Honestly, yeah, I'm down.
I want to see good technique.
Oh, look at the reach on that. That's like how Conor McGregor throws his shit. See, this is a much better training partner right here. Why do I have to train with Clay, man? Clay can't take a punch. This is ridiculous. Straight was at level 3, so it was doing a lot more damage, but now we got the looping cross, which has a lot more reach on it, it seems like. And then Celtic cross, what's the difference? Seems like he's more planted when he throws it, whereas the looping cross, you kind of overshoot it. Yeah, okay. It seems like with Requis and his weight and power, I feel like looping cross seems to make more sense. We have a 4-star overhand, but then there's the haymaker. They really do just look the same, but I don't know. All right, boom. We got very high fight height, perfect. And a plus of Superman punches. Wow, I can't wait. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh, look at the new straight. Ooh, to see, you can still do the regular straight so long as you're throwing jabs in front of it or in combos and stuff, it's fine. But the singular one punch right here, it'll stick people. Oh my God. He's not even getting like a health event or anything. Like, there's no rocked sound effect. He's just getting shut off. The guy comes here to sleep. He doesn't even train here.
Here we go with round 1.
The fuck, man?
Back in 2013.
That is bullshit, man. Bullshit, man. First. Hey, you want to wrestle? Let's go. Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle, Steve, man. Really? The ref stands us up. I have never seen that shit in my life. What the fuck is going on? Down, pussy. Boom! 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 Slay, pussy! Slay! Oh, you grappling! Trash can! Look at him block, it doesn't matter. Oh, his arm's broken. He's sleeping from air. He's dumbfounded. I can't believe he actually hurt us right there. Yeah, I definitely need to just dump into chin strength. Let's go into durability now. We definitely do enough damage. Clearly, we've always done enough damage, but... yeah, that was frustrating. The fact that he was dropping us with simple jabs and shit. He never even landed on us in volume. There's no reason why that shit should have knocked us down. You guys should see how my regular fights go in my career on my other character. I'm fucked up with it. I'm kicking both their legs down to like no durability whatsoever, knocking them over, laughing at them, pointing at them, taunting them, then submitting them. Disrespect. No, we're not fighting number 8. Next up, we just beat number 1, didn't we? We were like number 3 or some shit. Give us the champion. There it is. It doesn't matter who it is. The championship is next.